Welcome to Solar Powered Simplified. This project is about the simplest windmill that you can make, and it is very effective. It's made mostly out of plumbing and electrical parts that you can buy. We will have a list at the bottom or underneath this video of all the different parts and pieces and where to get them. These are all the parts that you'll need. First off, you're going to need an outdoor electrical box, 3/4 inch holes. You're going to need one of them. The next is a 3/4 inch galvanized pipe nipple, and I use 12-inch nipples on, it's got to be threaded at each end, on the one that you'll see in this demonstration here. But you can make it really any length you want if you want to shorten it down to 6 inches. I kind of like the 12-inch. The 6 seems to work just about the same, so it's just basically your preference. The next thing you'll need are 4 snow shovels. Okay, we're going to remove the handle on the snow shovels and just use the blade. The next thing you're going to need is a cover for your box, for your electrical box. And then you're going to need an EMT or a conduit adapter, and that's for your mast pole that screws in the bottom of the box. And then you use a piece of conduit, 3/4 inch, and you can buy that at a local hardware store. You're going to seal all the joints with JB Weld. That way you don't have to worry about it coming apart or the wind blowing it. Then you're going to need 2 pillow block bearings, and like I said, we'll have a link at the bottom of this video for all these different parts. And then you're going to need some self-drilling screws. But that's basically it for the parts list, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. This is a view kind of the bottom, or basically is the bottom looking up at the windmill. It's pretty descriptive. We got your 4-inch round box, and then we've got your galvanized pipe that's screwed into it. Then we got your snow shovel, which is screwed onto the end of the pipe, and then we got your conduit or your EMT adapter, where you slip your conduit up into it. And that's basically it. That's the design. And the next slide, what we'll do is we'll come down to where the pillow blocks are. On the mast, before your first pillow block, I would stay about 3 feet. I wouldn't make it much longer than that before you come into your first bearing, and because that'll withstand just about any wind you're going to have. If you go with a longer reach, you may have a problem with it bending in a high wind. Okay, this is the pillar block bearing, and what I did is I just mounted it to a board and then attached the board actually to the frame. So you can make this thing completely up and on a board like this, and you know, attach it to a fence post, or you know, make any kind of support for it that you want. This tower that we have it on is a very simple made tower, and I'll get into it just a little bit further on our next one here. This is the bottom pillar block, which is about I guess it's about 24 inches in between the 2 pillar blocks, and this is a little 3,000 watt permanent magnet motor that I have on it that's generating power. Eventually I want to put a much larger one on it to produce a lot more power. But that's basically the entire setup. The tower that I spoke about earlier isn't anything but 4 16-foot 4x4s. They're treated, and if you guys want to make one, you can drop me an email and I'll tell you. It's very simple. We use the 4 16-foot 4x4s and 8 2x4s, and bolted it all together. It's kind of like an erector set. But if you guys have any questions, just drop me an email, and the parts list on where you can get all these parts, most of them you can get right off Amazon. About the only thing I think that you'd really need to buy locally would be that a 10-foot piece of 3/4 inch conduit, and that should do it. Thank you for listening.